Now, what is frequency distribution? That's when you take raw data and you make it into a table. And that's what we have done right here. We have 20 piggy banks, okay? And each one of those piggy banks have dimes in them. Well, this piggy bank has 2 dimes in it. This one has 5 dimes in it. This one has 7 dimes in it, and so on and so forth all the way down the line. Now, what we've done is we've organized all this raw data into a table, and that's what we call frequency distribution. Now, what do we call frequency in itself? Well, it's the number of values that we put in the table. Now, let me illustrate here. The frequency of the number 1 in this raw data set is 2. Why? Because we have 2 piggy banks that have the number 1. We have 6 piggy banks that have the number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the number of times that, well, the number of piggy banks that we have that have 2 dimes in them is 6. And we go all the way down the line. Now, eventually we're going to call this row here a class. And I'll show you that in an upcoming video. Alright, so don't get too bothered about classes just yet. But anyway, the number of values for each one of these numbers is called your frequency. And now you can see this for yourself. Now then, the final thing we have to cover is how we represent frequency. Frequency is represented by a letter. Now, I'm sure in mathematics, especially if you study my videos, you're quite used to this. If you see that, that's a function. Okay? However, if you get rid of this right here, and you just have f all by itself, then that's a frequency. F by itself is a frequency, but if you see parentheses with an X or a number or a Y or a Z or any other variable letter, then that's called a function. Okay? Alright. Hopefully you understood all that. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.